That's my last Duchess painted on the wall, looking as if she were alive. I call that piece of wonder now. Profundel's hands work busily a day, and there she stands. Will you please sit and look at her? I said Profundel's by design, for never read strangers like you that pictured countenance, the depth and passion of its earnest glance. But to myself they turned, since none puts by the curtain I have drawn for you, but I. And seem as they would ask me if they durst, how such a glance came there, so not the first are you to turn and ask us. Sir, it was not her husband's presence only called that spot of joy into the duster's cheek. Perhaps, Profundel chanced to say, her mantle laps over my lady's wrist too much. Oh, paint must never hope to reproduce the faint half-flush that dies along her throat. Such stuff was courtesy, she thought, and cause enough for calling up that spot of joy. She had a heart, how shall I say, too soon made glad, too easily impressed, and her looks went everywhere. Sir, it was all alone. My favor at her breast, the drooping of daylight in the west, the bow of cherries as some officious fool broke in the orchard for her, the white mule she rode with around the terrace, all and each would draw from her like the approving speech, or blush, at least. She thanked men good. She thanked men good, but thanks somehow I know not how, as if she ranked my gift of a 900-years-old name with anybody's gift, who'd stoop to blame this sort of trifling, even had you skill in speech, which I have not, to make your will quietly to such an one, and say, just this, or that in you disgust me. Here you miss, or there exceed the mark. And if she let herself be lessoned so, no plainly set her wits to yours for soft unmade excuse. Even then would be some stooping, and I choose never to stoop. Oh, sir, she smiled, no doubt, whenever I passed her, but who passed without much the same smile? This grew I gave commands, then all smiles stooped together. There she stands as if alive. What please you rise? We'll meet the company below then. I repeat, to count your master's known munificence is ample warrant that though just pretence of mine for dowry will be disallowed. Though his fair daughter's self, as I avowed at starting, is my object. Nay, we'll go together down, sir, no deception, though taming a seahorse, thought a rarity with claws of Innsbruck cast in bronze for me.